Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to School Management System Tutorials, and today is our lecture number 32, and in today's lecture we are going to discuss about the report card that we will generate with respect to the students and with respect to the particular term of the school. Okay, and we'll also have a look on the previous lecture from where we have left, and the issue that is appearing at the end we'll also have to discuss in this particular lecture. So let's start and have a look what we have today. Alright, so let me show you what I have done for you people. Let's go to the results window and let us add a result. Let's say I have class 5 section A and term number 1 and load. Look, I have my subjects are here. Let me give the marks. I am giving some random marks to my subjects, and then remarks, you can write any remarks, then add some more marks. Okay, and then any data that you can add, no problem. This is the testing mode. Okay, then specify and 45 and 67, 55, 55, 55 and good, let's say. So this is the data that I have added. Now when I click save, the record should be added inside database. Okay, along with their percentages and all that. So look, 3 records added successfully. I have only given the marks. Now I wanted to check it, what are the marks. So let us go to the database and let us open the table of result details and result. So first of all, the result details table we should check. Edit top 200 rows. Alright, so check that out. You have every column and their marks respectively, and look, the 3 things here. If I zoom in, you can notice that the obtained marks are appearing here, the percentage is appearing here, and that particular grade is also appearing here. Okay, so how I did this, let me show you first and then we'll go to the report. So close this and open your Visual Studio, and when you click save, let's go to the code. So where is my save button code? Let me show you. Here is my save result. Okay, and I think this was the method. Yes, save result. So what's happening inside save result? I have just used this thing. First I have created 3 columns inside my database with the data type. 2 data types are float. Okay, and the grade data type is varchar2. I hope you can create by yourself now these columns. So after creating these columns, come here and look what I have done. I have created 2 variables first for obtained marks and total marks. Then in that existing previous code, I have added in my obtained marks whatever the marks of the columns we have, it will be added. Okay, inside O marks. Plus equal to means that assignment and addition will done together. Okay, so the column value, see previous lectures so that you can understand what is this all code. We have seen this code in the previous lectures. Okay, so based on the column, let's say it is biology GV, or it's a maths GV, or English GV, or Sindhi, or Islamia GV, or physics, or biology, anything, that column will come here, and that the value of that column will picked up, and then it will be converted to float, and then it will be added to the float. Simple. So this is how as many times of the loop will run, as many times this addition will happen. If you have 10 subjects, this loop will run for 10 times, and 10 times the marks will be added inside obtained marks. Okay, then every time total marks are also picking up. So how can I pick up the total marks? I have created a new query with the name, or a method with the name get subject marks. So let me show you what's this get subject marks. So go to your so database and stored procedure and open get subject marks. That's this. Look, so what I have done, I have just called the marks of the subject with respect to class and subject ID. Simple. So that's my stored procedure. With respect to this stored procedure, I have called the total marks of that subject. Okay. In the previous lecture, we have created. Let me show you once again. We have created this window. Which window? The grading criteria, the passing criteria window. So where we have the passing criteria window. Okay, the name of my window was marks, or yes, subject marks window. So hopefully we have recorded that particular lecture, and inside that lecture I have demonstrated this window, right? So guys, from this window I have added the total marks and the passing criteria, and then after that what you are doing, you are picking up that subject marks, the total marks of that subject, and because how many number of total marks you have, so this is also done again and again with respect to the loop, because if you have 10 subjects, then the total of that 10 subjects should be added together. Okay, so that's why I have used t marks and then plus equal to, that means add every time the total marks of a particular subject inside t marks. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, then after taking obtain marks and total marks, I have created a variable and I have calculated the percentage and then the grade. So where is this grade? Let's go to the grade method. So go to its definition. I have created inside this particular results window, and that's my grading function. Okay, so this is what I have hard coded. You can go and create another window for defining the grading scheme dynamically of your choice. I hope it is clear. You can set these things, that if percentage is this and this, then do this. If percentage is this and this, and then do this, and so on. And you can store that data inside a table, and then you can retrieve the grade with respect to that percentage criteria from that table. So that your school management system will become more perfect and accurate. So this is what I have done right now. You can make it dynamic also. If I got time, I will create this also. Let's see. So finally, the grade is coming from this grade method. What is happening in this grade? I have passed my percentage, and if percentage lies between this criteria, then return A plus. If percentage lies between this criteria, then A, then B, and C, and D, and finally if the percentage is less than 40, then you are fail. So that's what I have entered the criteria, and based on the percentage that you will pass on runtime, the grade will be calculated and stored in G, and then I have created a function with the name upgrade grade percentage. So let me show you that function also. Upgrade grade percentage. So here we have this one, and look what I have done. I have just updated the marks, the percentage, and the grade. Okay, because every time you are entering these, when first time the records are entered inside the result table, I have entered the nulls or the zeros. Okay, so that's why I have updated these three things from this particular procedure. So I have passed my obtain marks, then my percentage, then my grade, and with respect to that result ID, I have updated the student result. Okay, so these two parameters I have passed here. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now if you go to the design view of the particular result details window, table, let's go to its design. Look, obtain marks, percentage, grade, all these are nullable columns. If somebody is unaware of this, so look, this one, and the top 4, these all are created by me, and this one, all the subject names that are written here are my dynamic columns. Though it is present here, but these are dynamically created. I haven't created these columns, so I cannot be able to hard code these subjects on any other place, right? So hopefully you have understood this thing. that this is my results details table, and these 3 columns you have to add that are null. So insert result details. Do we have insert result details? Yes, let me show you that also. Insert result details. Yes, modify it and check what I am inserting. I am only inserting these things. Look, result ID, student, and remarks. Okay, so first when you are pressing the save button, the first thing that is happening here is the insertion of the result details, and the rest of the columns become null automatically. When the columns become null and when you are passing the marks, then that column results will be updated. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, so you have to be very careful when doing this particular task. Okay, and because this is lecture number 32, I am expecting from you people that you are now very much familiar with all the routines and operations and tasks that are going in this particular software. So this is how I have stored the results. Now the next task for you people is to create another window where you can edit the marks. Let's say you have mistake, if you have done somewhere a mistake and you have entered wrong marks and the percentage is not as it should be, so you can be able to edit that particular record. So you have to create that record, and you have to create a report on which the result of the student will be displayed in a very precise manner so that you can print it out. Okay, so let's create a report and also a window where you can load all the marks of these particular students. So just what can you do here? You can specify, you can use this window and you can use another window. What should we do? Alright guys, so for addition I am not going to alter this window once again because there is already a lot of code inside this window. So let me add another window, add, and Windows form, and give it a name. Let's say view student report or student result, view result window. Right click, come here and make inheritance with the name. Okay, I am not taking the sample2 window, I am just picking up the sample because I don't need the edit buttons and all that. I simply use this. So let me add 2 panels, copy it and paste it. One is here and one is here, so make them dock top. Okay, the size should be like this. Now it's fine. Now what you have to do, you have to rename the heading results window. So now it's fine, results window. Now one more thing that you have to do is to control box should be false, and it should be, the icon should be there. So school management system, images, and the icon. Okay, icon is also there but it will not be displayed. Now what you have to do, you have to create a back button also so that you can be able to go back. For that, come here and okay, it's locked, so let me pick up a button and place it here. So button, and then properties, and then specify the standards to flat, border should be 0, and then it should be docked left, and the text should be blank, and it should be back button, and then specify the dock left property, and then give it an image of back. So that's my back button. Okay, so I have successfully placed my back button. Double click here and generate the back button. So when you from this view results window, where you wanted to go, you wanted to go on your results window. So let me write results window rw equals to new result window, and then main class dot show window, and then rw comma this comma mdi dot active form. That's it. So this is what I have done. When you press the back button, you will go to the results window. So from where you can open that window, let me tell you one. Results window, go to your results window. On this view button, you have to open that results window. So where is my view button? That's my view button. Here you have to open the window. So main class dot show window, and then you have to specify the object also. Which object? View student results window, obj equals to new results window, and then you have to pass it here obj comma this comma mdi dot active form. Okay, that's it. Right, so when you click the view button, you will be navigated to your view results window, and then here you can select the class and you can select the subject, you can select the class and you can select the section. Based on that class and section, the records of that particular class should be loaded here. Okay, so what you can do, you can just go to your database and write here select all from result details inner join, let me give it a name alias, then inner join results are on r dot id equal to rd dot results id rd dot, you have the results id, yes, this one, and then you have to write here inner join, and then you have to write here classes, no, not classes, admissions a on a dot id equals to rd dot student id. So based on that, the results will be fetched up. Then left join section s on s dot id is equals to a dot section id. So where is this? Yes, now what I wanted to fetch, I wanted to fetch all the details. Let's see what will happen, and let me give here where we have to join with the classes also. So inner join classes c on c dot class id is equals to rd dot, where we have do we have the class id here? Student id? No, we don't have class id here. Instead we have the class id inside admissions. So class id, so where is my class? Here is my class id. So c dot class id is equals to 6, that is my class 5, and s dot section name, section id is equals to 1. So let me check what is the result. No, I am passing wrong data. Let me check the result, the what can you say, classes, and check the id of the class 5. Edit, I think the section id is 2, class 5 is id 6, and then the section id is, let me verify it. Okay, right click, edit. For section A the id is 2, so that's the mistake. So here you have to specify 2 and then execute. Look, so the data of every student is appearing here, along with it the images and all that. You need only those data that are required. Okay, so for that purpose what do you need? You need the result id, that is rd dot, okay, that's my result id. So first of all a dot name, student name as student, then a dot, you can say the roll number as roll number, then you have to specify a dot image, yes, I need image also as image, and then you have to specify, no, I don't need image because I just wanted to show the records. So this is the student name, roll number, and then a dot id as student id, and then you need the result details. So r dot you need to edit the marks only, so you can use the what else you can use to edit the data. You need to get all the subjects. So how can I specify the subjects only? For that you have to specify, no, you can use select all, because we don't know, because subjects are any, the count of the subjects can be any, so I cannot hard code that only select these subjects. So select all, that's it. Now I will pick up the columns of my choice to display. Okay, you can use this to retrieve the data, but I am leaving it for now, and let us create this particular query with respect to the report also. So create procedure st underscore get result details for, okay, get results details as @cls id integer comma @section id. So section id is an integer, yes, so it's also an integer, but one thing that we have to specify, that is we don't have section every time. Okay, we don't have section every time, so can I write here as if @section id is null. So if section id is null, then you use here and s dot section id is null. Okay, and then else, okay, one thing you must add here, that is the begin and end, then else, and then you have to copy this query and paste it below. And if the section id is not null, then equal to @section id, the section id that you will pass. So I hope it is clear to everyone. This is class id, cls id. Okay, so that's my procedure. I have selected everything, get student result details or get result details executed. Okay, what is the problem? Okay, the problem is with here I haven't used begin, so else begin and then end. Now it's fine. Execute, commands completed successfully. Let's go to the database, software, mydbml, and you have to add this here also. So data source, okay, here you don't have the data source because I have upgraded my Windows, so let me configure the data source and then we'll continue. So add a database, you cannot use this one, instead you can use add a new data source, and then yes, it is a database. No, I don't want to select it as like this, so let me add it, data source. Let me go to the server explorer first, view, and then we have to open server explorer. So here we have the server explorer, and here I have to create a connection, add new connection, and that's my SQL server, and then server name is 10.0.1.118, and then it's SQL server authentication, because I have upgraded my Windows, that's why I'm re-adding it. And then my database name is SMS, and then test connection succeed, and click OK. So it will be displayed here. Okay, now it's fine. Now you can select that stored procedure. The name of my procedure was get result details, so here you can come and get result details. Where is it? Get result details. So put it here. The objects you are adding to the designer use a different data connection than the designer is currently. Do you want to replace the connection using by the designer? Yes. Okay, the connection string contains credentials that are clear text. Do you want to save the connection string? Yes, I wanted to save. Okay, so I have updated my connection string. So if you have accidentally changed the data source, so that's the thing that we have also covered. Now let's create a report. Right click, add report. Where is my report? So add new item and reporting, crystal reports, and here you have to create a report with the name result card report. Okay, and click add. Let's see what will be the result. Okay, because the result report card should be with respect to the term and with respect to the subject, right? So we have to use that also. So what you can do, you can create a crosstab report and then click OK, and then create a new connection. Because I don't have any connection, my Windows is refreshed. So for creating a new connection in Crystal Reports, you have to go to ADO.net. No, sorry, you have to go to the OLEDB. Yes, OLEDB, and then you select OLEDB provider for SQL, and then click next, and then you have to provide your server name 10.0.1.118, and then specify the user ID and the password, and then the database is SMS 10.0.118. yes, so database is SMS, and then next, and then finish. So look, your database will appear, and now you can select your stored procedure, get result details, right? So get result details and click add. It will ask you parameters, but left them blank, no problem. Click next. Now columns, the columns should be term ID or the term name. Okay, because I don't have terms here, because in a report card you have term 1, then term 2, then term 3, and term 4 and all that, so you can use that also. So instead of going here, let me go back and go to the database, and let me write here another join, inner join term t on t dot term id is equals to r dot term id. Okay, so this is how the terms will be also be selected, and same is the code with respect to here. Okay, now it's fine, and alter this stored procedure and execute. Commands completed successfully. Let's go here and remove this procedure, and then let's cancel it. The report will be generated in still, no problem, but here you don't have the, what can you say, crosstab report, so you have to add the crosstab report. So field explorer, here you can specify insert crosstab. Okay, sorry, at this point right click, insert crosstab. Crosstab is not coming, why? Okay, let me create it once again. Right click, remove this report card. Okay, done. Now let's add once again, add new item, crystal reports, result report. Okay, and then click add. Now you have to specify crosstab. I am trying to use this crosstab, otherwise we'll use the normal crystal report. SMS DBO stored procedures, get result details. So get result details, add. Okay, next, and then what you have to specify here, on the columns you have to specify the term name. Okay, and then you have to specify the, what can you specify here, the subjects. So how can you do that? You can pick up the, on terms you have the rows, and here you have to add the subjects. So for subjects you have to pick up some, but look, there is a problem. How many subjects you can add inside rows? Here you can use some different approach to create the report card with respect to this data. So on the left hand side, on the rows, you should have the subjects. So let me add biology, then chemistry, and then all that. Okay, so but that's not a good approach. Let us check and verify, and the summary fields are the marks. So how can you get the marks? That is the problem. So you have to pick up the students. If I execute this query, let's say once again class ID is 6 and section ID is 2. So when I execute it, what is the result? The result is like this, but I don't want the result like this. I want the student names, and then instead of this, okay, we can use the same way as it is looking like here. We can use the same approach also, simple as that. Okay, we can use this also, but for that purpose we have to change the report once again, because in Crosstab it is not giving me the correct results. So let me remove this report again, delete, add. Okay, now right click, add report, and then give it a name, result report, and then click add. Let us create a standard report because Crosstab is not appropriate for that. So okay, select password, and then next, finish, SMS, DBO, stored procedures, and you can select get results. What was the name? Get results details. Okay, now okay, leave it blank, then next, and then fields to display. What I wanted to display, I wanted to display everything that you have. Then next, then group by, you have to group by with the student ID, and then next, summary fields. You don't need summary fields here, so remove all the summary fields, click next, filter, and then finish. Okay, look, so because the space is limited, that's why the result is coming like this. Section ID is 2, so click OK. Look, the data is coming, but it is very compacted because of so much data. So you can now arrange and manage the records, that what you wanted to display and what you don't want it to display and all that. So I think that's all for today. You can now design the window with respect to your report type or the report card that you have in your school, and then if you do not understand anything, please do ask me. Thank you so much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.